Julian's name louder! The smears against Julian! Have been successful!
Our Julian's First Amendment rights will be pushed as no time. No time for political process to work itself out. We always said from the beginning that this is an entirely political case. And what this is that more time to build political pressure, more time to campaign. It is more welcome. President James Schneider from Progressive International has been campaigning alongside us all the way through this. We're going to part of that. And Julian Assange is coming.
There's one over there.
Thank you everybody for being here and standing with Julian Assange today. He's not being freed. He's not being
I should be here. Vill du eller? Nej, nej. Jag har bett honom att se till när de kommer.
country.
Should I go? The judges reached the right decision. We spent a long time hearing the United States putting lipstick on a pig, but the judges did not buy it. As a family, we're relieved.
Fuck off me!
As a family, we're relieved. But how long can this go on? The United States should read the situation and drop this case now. Now is the moment to do it. Just abandon this shameful attack on journalists, on the press and the public that has been going on for 14 years.
Free democracy! Free Assange! Enough is enough!
This case is shameful, and it is taking an enormous toll on Julian. He is under enormous pressure. He has been in Belmarsh prison for over 5 years. It's been 2 years since the order was issued. This case should just be abandoned. The Biden administration should have dropped it from day one. But now is a right moment for the Biden administration to drop it. So please, those in the United States who are in a power to make a decision, please just drop this case now. Don't let this go on any longer. Thank you.
What's your name? What is your name?
Okay, thank you once again for being here. There have been some hard days outside the courts during the course of this campaign, but this is a better day than we've had at any time since the magistrate first stopped the extradition. So, just to report to you about what's been happening inside the court, about what the significance of it is, about what we'd like people to be doing going forward. We're going to call a number of speakers who've been in there. First of all, somebody who's been right at the heart of this, has been a relentless campaigner for Julian Assange, the editor-in-chief of WikiLeaks, Kristen Harfordson.
Thank you so much for coming here today. It's because of people like you that we're finally seeing a glimpse of justice. The sun doesn't shine all that much in London, but today a glimpse, a sun ray of justice. Finally we saw it. And it will mark a path to victory. We said, of course, it shouldn't have taken more than 5 minutes in this courtroom for the judges to see that the United States government was not going to give Julian any assurances, and they would discriminate against him. They would not give him First Amendment protection. It took a couple of hours, but the judges did came to the just and the right conclusion. Julian Assange has now the right to appeal. And that in itself should send the right message across the sea to the Biden administration. Look there, you're on a losing ground. You're losing this case. If you want to save any form of face, drop the case against Julian Assange. Drop it right now. It is the only decision that can save face in the US, and of course it will save the future of journalism, which is put at risk in this case. So join me in the call across the sea. Let it be heard. You are losing. Drop the case.
Yes, it's quite something. It's quite something when one of the highest courts in this country says to the American government, we just don't believe you. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage Rebecca Vincent from Reporters Without Borders. She's been campaigning all the way through this. Her organisation has thrown their weight into campaigning for Julian Assange. She's been in court on every previous hearing and today. Please give Rebecca Vincent a very warm welcome.
So this is very good news, and let's take it because we've been waiting a long time for any good news in this case. This is a victory. This means that the issues at the very heart of this case, freedom of expression, press freedom, will get consideration by these courts. It's been far too long to get to this point, but it is so important. Of course, this remains a political case. We have this hope that the UK courts will prevent extradition, and that, after today, is still very much possible. But we hope, across the ocean, that there are some very uncomfortable people in Washington, D.C. looking at London today and thinking very hard about where to go next, because this does not have to play its way through the courts. We do not have to continue to do this month after month. President Biden could make his legacy to be the president who stops this now, who doesn't let it go any further. Julian Assange should not be in prison in the UK, in the US, anywhere for a single day more. We should mention that he wasn't well enough to come to court today. That is very worrying. So let's not lose sight of what's happening to him himself. So I hope that this crowd here today, that the attention that the world will pay to this really important decision this morning, that they'll also not lose sight of where Julian Assange is, which is in a high security UK prison where he's been for more than 5 years for publishing information in the public interest. That is unacceptable. So we hope to see you back outside this court. As soon as this hearing is called, we will be here. We will continue to follow this case closely. It is one of our top priorities because of the dangerous implications it has for journalism and press freedom around the world. We will keep up the campaign to free Assange.
Free Julian Assange! 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 And somebody who's been working tirelessly to free Julian Assange. I've said this before, he's been a former ambassador for this country. But that work pales into insignificance in my view compared to the work he's done for the ordinary people of this country and to sustain press freedom in his reporting and his work for the Assange campaign. Please welcome Craig Murray.
Everyone, a few hours ago I told you today was going to be a good day, and today has been an excellent day. We haven't got Julian out just yet, but we are on the way to getting Julian out. We are on the way to victory in this battle. The court granted leave to appeal on 2 grounds today. Leave to appeal on grounds of discrimination by nationality and leave to appeal on the grounds of freedom of expression. And we are seeing at last an acknowledgement of the crucial importance of freedom of speech, freedom of information and of the public's right to know. And those are the grounds on which we will win this case. It's been a hell of a struggle. It's been a long, long struggle. I see people standing here who I met 12, 14 years ago, standing in the pouring rain outside the Ecuadorian embassy. We've grown a bit older together. I don't know about you, but I've got better looking. And we are still going, and we are going on. And we were fighting what seemed like a losing battle. We were fighting against the odds, but we have turned round public opinion. We have turned round legal opinion. And we are going forward to free Julian Assange. Thank you.
Craig's right. This has been a long, hard fight, and it's not over yet. But I know someone who's been in the first rank of that from the beginning, has been there at every major battle, has thrown himself right into the forefront of this fight on 3 continents. Please welcome Julian Assange's father, John Shipton.
You guys picked a winner. Well, the entire thing, I reckon, stands on your shoulders of the people and supporters worldwide who have unflaggingly, some people here I've known longer than I've known my daughter's life, you know. They've been outside the embassy and with us all the while. When I say with us, it's to be clear, when I say with us, to be clear, to be really clear, this small victory, part of a trend, and that trend is this. 84 members of the Australian Parliament, 2/3 of the Australian Parliament, passed a motion to request the United States to drop the charges. A delegation of Australian parliamentarians, 6 of them went to the United States with Gabrielle. What is this thing? The Prime Minister of Australia has raised the matter 4 times. President Biden, outside the Rose Garden, answered a question from a journalist saying that the Australian government has made representations to us on this matter. This only happens with politicians in the circumstances that face us today, that surround us today, if there is a mass movement of interrelated people within institutions, outside of institutions, family groups, and groups like this here today, all over the world, constantly working to reverse what the heart sees and knows is an injustice and bring about a bit of justice. Just my last comment. We had a meeting with President Obrador of Mexico. There's a man of about my age, maybe a bit younger, lucky fella. And he said, in all his life working in politics, 50 years, he found that ordinary people everywhere hungered for justice and revulsed at the sight of injustice. And I hold that to be true here today. Thanks and congratulations.
Thanks very much, John. Now remember, as you celebrate today, take from that celebration increased confidence and increased energy. Because what this gives us above all is time. And time in a political case is a precious commodity. Because it gives us more time to organise and to mobilise and to make sure that we build on the victory today, to ensure that Julian Assange walks free from prison and is never, ever extradited to the United States. The last speaker to talk to you today has done more than any other single individual in more difficult circumstances than any other single individual to make sure that the case of Julian Assange is won and that the freedom of the press is defended. Please welcome Stella Assange.
Thank you. I want to be very clear. Today marks a turning point. We went into court and we sat and heard the United States fumbling through their arguments, trying to paint lipstick on a pig. Well, the judges were not convinced. Everyone can see what's going on here. The United States case is offensive. It offends our democratic principles. It offends our right to know. It is an attack on journalists everywhere. We are relieved as a family that the courts took the right decision today. But how long can this go on for? Our eldest son just turned 7. All their memories of their father are in the visiting hall of Belmarsh Prison. And as the case goes along, it becomes clearer and clearer to everyone that Julian is in prison for doing good journalism. For exposing corruption, for exposing the violations on innocent people in abusive wars, for which there is impunity. And on top of that impunity, they've gone after the man who put that impunity onto the public record. The Biden administration should distance itself from this shameful prosecution. It should have done so from day one. But it may be running out of time to do the right thing. Everyone can see what should be done here. Julian must be freed. The case should be abandoned.
Yes.
He should be compensated. He should be given the Nobel Prize. And he should walk freely with the sand beneath his feet. He should be able to swim in the sea again. Free Assange. Free us all.
Okay, folks, I don't know what else I can say to you except see you in the pub. Craig Murray and I are definitely going for a drink. I hope you'll join us. But when you've had the drink and we've had today's celebration, do remember, we've won a battle, but we haven't won the war. And you must take from today's victory the confidence that even the biggest imperial power in the world can be defeated. It can be defeated if ordinary people like you stay mobilised. Remember what Big Bill Haywood, the union organiser from the United States, said: one finger can be broken by your opponents, but a fist can never be broken. Stay strong, free Assange, stand up for a free press.
Reuters everywhere. That's
Ah, je les ai. Non, non, mais j'ai fait les speeches. Donc, nickel. Nickel, vraiment. C'est la chose la plus importante. Et la conférence de presse. Ouais. T'as pas moyen de demander à quelqu'un.
When do I get this back? I'm never going to get it. When is the other part as well?
I'm just checking it.
Are you in the office tomorrow? And you just, you know, the little cup tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw actually.
You know the green holding cup, the middle desk. This is not my desk. Opposite you. Oh, yes, there's a mark. Put it on the mark. I bought out of Britain, so I had a bit of Stella on places, but I have more celebrities. Send them out, you can use them and then the time comes.